horse friends, I'm Becca Salamone, and this is Southern Horse Talk. I've got on the line with me a beautiful young lady from Moulton, Alabama. She is the Limestone County Sheriff's Rodeo Queen, and her name is Kaitlin Terry. Welcome to the show, Kaitlin. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you have done with horses and how you got to be the queen.
Okay. I am a 20-year-old from Moulton, Alabama, as you've already stated. I go to school at Northwest Shoals Community College. I'm actually studying cosmetology. I have been around horses all of my life. I started riding when I was like 4, barrel racing, had a pony named Pappy. I got into Western Pleasure, and I'm back more to the rodeo side now.
Okay.
I've grown up at Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo. I started in 2007. I think it was the first time I ever competed. In 2012, my sister competed, and she won Miss Limestone, and I've watched all kind of girls come through that pageant, and that's always been a dream of mine to be able to wear the Miss Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo crown. So last May, I actually fulfilled that dream, and I'm living it now, and it's been a great honor.
That's awesome. So tell, for the folks that are not aware of the rodeo queen world, what do you go through to go through a pageant, all the different levels of it?
I will most definitely say that rodeo queening is more than a pretty face. So many people think that you just have to have big hair and red lips, and that's not what it's about. We have to go through so many interviews. I actually had to take a written test, go through about 5 or 6 different one-on-one interviews. We have to be able to interact with the crowd. We've got to learn to model, answer impromptu questions, give speeches, be able to do whatever. Sometimes we're at rodeos, and I've been to rodeos where we've had to help in the back pens instead of interacting with the crowd. So a lot of girls, that would catch off guard. I've grown up around it, so I'm used to it. But it's just something that you've got to be able to do it all. It's not just being pretty.
Exactly. Now, throughout the year that you reign, are you representing Limestone County Sheriff's Office, or how did they ask you to do events, and how do you do that?
Yes, ma'am. I have grown up around it, so I was able to work several different rodeos. I actually traveled to Georgia, and I stayed in Shadydale, Georgia, and worked an IPRA rodeo down there. We have an arena at our house, so I worked an SPRA rodeo here, and I've traveled and helped Tennessee High School Rodeo, which was in Memphis. I've traveled a lot of different places, and I was representing Limestone the whole time.
Okay, that's awesome. Now, the Limestone County Rodeo, who is it affiliated with?
Lone Star Rodeo, Preston Folks, which he's handed it down really to Rachel, his youngest daughter, now, and they're running it. This is the 34th annual Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo. All the proceeds that are raised goes to the Sheriff's Department. So there's been so much. I've been going to that rodeo, like I said, since 2007. And every year it's a packed house, and to know that all those proceeds go to them, to help them, that it's great.
That's awesome. So what is the facility like? Can you kind of describe it for folks? Where the
facility?
Yeah.
Well, it's actually the largest outdoor rodeo east of the Mississippi.
Is it?
Yes. So it's not covered, and it is, honestly, I have been there, and I had just left an interview one Friday before the rodeo, and we look in our rearview mirror, and there is a tornado.
Oh, no.
And actually a tornado hit that night in Limestone, so we had the only time that I know, and I'm pretty sure ever, that the rodeo has been delayed, and we had to not put it on that night, so we moved it to Sunday. But it's just a big outdoor arena, and all the sponsors, there's booths all around it, so if you're a sponsor, you're okay, you're under a roof, I guess, but it's just a lot of bleachers, and it's a good facility, though.
That's awesome.
And Sheriff always does everything to make sure that his contestants and everyone are happy.
That sounds great. Now, I'm sure over the past year or so, you've talked to lots of little girls with aspirations of being a rodeo queen one day, or rodeo princess. I guess they start that way. So what's your best advice when you talk to them? These little tiny girls, they're trying to be like you.
Well, that's probably my favorite, is being with the little kids, because when you're young, you can conquer the whole world if you want to. And that's what I tell them. Dream big. Like, the sky's your limit and you can do whatever you set your mind to, you're able to do it.
That's awesome. Now, I guess just go over a little bit about the upcoming rodeo, because it's going to be May 20th and 21st. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of the schedule of the rodeo pageant as well as the rodeo.
Right, okay. Actually, I think it's a Saturday, May the 14th. The lineup's going to be at 10, and we're going to have the rodeo parade, which will come through downtown Athens at 11. So that'll start at 11 on Saturday. Monday at 5 o'clock, we'll be at Preston's for the kickoff. Oh. And that's where all the little kids come, and we do face painting and pony rides. And one year we kind of had a petting zoo with some goats, but they got out. So I think we've decided against the goats.
There you go.
Tuesday night, which is one of my favorite, we have a street dance. So we close off the street, and the Jeff Whitlow band comes in, and our rodeo queen contestants actually can participate in a fashion show. So, and all of our oldest girls and youngest get to go out and model and do a little fashion show during the street dance, which is always fun. And Thursday morning, we actually have slack. The rodeo, like I said, is the biggest outdoor east of Mississippi. So we do our slack on Thursday, and it starts Thursday morning, and it usually goes until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's a big deal. Friday morning, another special event that's very dear to my heart is the special needs rodeo. So all the special needs kids from Limestone County get to come and get to interact, and we dummy rope, and we give pony rides, and we ride the train and the tractor and the wagons, and it's a lot of fun. So after that, we get ready, and that's usually when I have to go help. We do our orientation for the oldest girls, and that's when they give their written test and their interviews. Friday night at 8, we're going to kick off the first round of the Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo, and that'll be so much fun. Saturday morning, we're back at it again bright and early at 8 with the horsemanship for the senior miss and the miss division. At 12 o'clock, we'll have our luncheon. The luncheon's a really big ordeal that we love. It's very dear to our pageant committee and the pageant's heart. We usually do it at a church, but it's kind of gotten so big we've been able to move it to the event center in Limestone County. So that'll be at 12. The tickets are $25. That's where you're able to come in and watch all the oldest participants in the Miss Division. That's where they'll give their speech, they'll model, and they'll answer impromptu questions. And after that, we'll go on and we'll have the second round of the Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo that night at 8. And we'll crown our newest Miss Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo. And
so she's actually crowned at the rodeo that night?
Yes, ma'am. During intermission, we'll crown her there.
That's exciting. Woohoo!
It is.
So you moved it to the event center. Is that a new event center, or is it just a new location for y'all?
It's just a new location for us.
Okay. Well, that's so exciting. So the event, the luncheon that you mentioned, is there a fee to go to that?
The luncheon, yes, ma'am. It is $25 a ticket. It's well worth it. I grew up going to it every year. I wanted to go watch the girls give their speech and everything, and it's a good thing to be in. It's actually catered also. You have a meal, and Curry's restaurant from Decatur, they cater it, and it's really good food on top of that.
Awesome. Okay, so what website do people need to go to? Is it one website for all this, or is it separate for the Queen and the Rodeo?
No, ma'am. Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo. You can go to their Limestone page, Sheriff's page, and you can look up the rodeo events there. Okay.
And is there a place, that you give out your email, your phone number, or some kind of contact for you if somebody wants to contact you?
I'm actually on Facebook at the Miss Limestone Sheriff's Rodeo Queen. I have my own page.
Okay.
You're able to contact me through there. Yes, ma'am.
That's awesome. So, well, I appreciate you sharing. Is there anything else that you want to share about yourself or the rodeo coming up, or being a queen?
The rodeo is great. It is a really good rodeo, and it's the best show on dirt, and we would love to see everyone out.
Awesome. That's a great message. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Kaitlin. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for having me.
All right, and viewers, make sure you go over to Southern Horse Talk YouTube and subscribe for future updates, and also go over to the Southern Horse Talk Facebook group and join in the conversation. Share your horse story, your pics, and your videos, and help us share the Southern equine lifestyle.